What do you get when you have a cult, teenagers, and TikTok? Entertainment. So, welcome to the channel and hopefully you're having a beautiful time. It's nice to have you here, and today we're talking about a certain religion, one of the famous ones. You might know it, called Scientology. A little introduction to Scientology for the people that haven't heard about it, but you should have. It's one of those religions that people like to call it a cult for some odd reason. Scientology is a set of beliefs and practices created by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard in the 1950s, which he later established as a religion. It claims to provide a precise path to understanding one's true spiritual nature and focusing on the belief that humans are immortal beings. They call themselves Tetons. I'm gonna put the word on the screen somewhere. Whose experiences extend beyond their lifetime. I think the main idea is that your body is just your body, but your spiritual being, the light inside of you, that's a Teton, and that's basically you. And a little known fact about Lafayette Ronald Hubbard. I absolutely butchered that name. I'm gonna put the name on the screen somewhere too. He was an American author and a founder of Scientology, a prolific writer of pulp science fiction and fantasy novels in his early careers. Let me just say that again. He was a prolific writer of pulp science fiction and fantasy novels before he made any of this. You got scammed. This is gonna be one ridiculous video. And a couple of known people to be linked with Scientology. One of them is Tom Cruise. And then there's John Travolta.
Vincent.
And also a little quantity known as Will Smith. And the reason I'm talking about it is because this goes deep. This isn't like a holiday club for a couple of nut jobs that just happened to be out there and somebody decided to recruit them. This is very well known and it's been pushed to the society very, very aggressively. And that's what we're about to talk today. The reason you haven't really heard much how Scientology really works is because, well, this thing that we like to usually call a cult, quote marks, please don't sue me. Usually these types of religions, they like to operate very privately and not really give away what the end goal is. This is where you can see the first steps on how they try to lure you in.
No, he's in a cult. No, it's a cult. This is Scientology. You don't want anything to do with it. It's Scientology. Don't give him your information. I'm telling you, he's going to contact you for the rest of his life. He works 110 hours a week to get paid no money. He has no connection with his family or anything. This is a cult. This is a whole cult. If you give me information, they're going to harass you for the rest of your life. This guy, he calls you fresh meat. He's called a body rounder. His goal is to get you in there to watch that movie and try to sell you that book. Good job. Nice try, Joe. Nice try. You thought you had her, huh?
Oh, hello. It's daytime now. The whole idea here is to try to get you alone inside of one of these venues that they have stacked in these high populated areas. It looks like a normal building, but they have a couple of people outside usually trying to scavenge these little people that are clueless about the beautiful world of Scientology. And once they get you inside, they want to show you a video. This sounds promising. To try to get your information and at least sign a contract. And these people are very, very pushy. And the great thing about the contract is once you sign it, it's not that big of a deal. The length of the contract is just 1 billion years.
1 billion
years. And you would think I was joking. I'm not. That's the whole point. It's a 1 billion-year contract because they believe in reincarnation. So every time one of your souls pop out somewhere there, it's already under contract. So there's no escaping. Oh, God. The whole strategy is very simple. You're just a normal person walking outside and somebody very pushy comes out and tells you about this new world and they try to get you in. And once they close those doors, you are fucked. You're like a little fish on a hook. You're very trapped. And it's kind of cool that there are people at the moment just camping outside the instance zone just to make sure that noobs don't go in. Starting to sound like a real religion, isn't it?
Hi, Shannon. Bye, Shannon. What are you running for? Why are you scattering like that, Shannon? You're being super dramatic, Shannon. Shannon, why are you trying to get them into a cult, Shannon? Hey, don't go for yourself. Don't give him your name. Don't give him your number. Don't give him your money.
Notice the Scientology building in Hollywood had their doors back open.
Oh, he's gonna spot me. Look, once this guy spots me, hold on.
Normally, they would have spotted me by now and shut down the whole building, but the guy in the blue shirt had his eye on his next victim. So, of course, I had to go across the street and do my good deed for the day and save this woman from a billion-year contract. As I went to go save the woman, Shannon spotted me. As you can see right here, she ran inside. The other recruiter was paged inside by his beeper.
The beeper's going off! Oh my God, they locked it up!
He completely abandoned the woman he was trying to recruit and just ran away. Here's a little instant replay for you guys. There's Shannon noticing me. She goes to run away, almost locks this guy out. All this because I walked up with the camera. Kind of dramatic.
They all came here thousands of years ago, and then we came here millions of years ago.
I would prefer if you don't film me.
What's up?
I would prefer if you don't film me.
What's up?
You know you're TikTok famous, right?
I am.
Shannon's actually a bit of a baddie.
Keeping Scientology's doors closed.
Shannon, I'm interested in joining. I'm interested, Shannon. It's kind of weird. Oh, were you a part of them? Oh, come on now. Why they always shut the door on me like that? That's so rude, isn't it? Look at these fiends. It's been 2 minutes. They're back open. Twilla!
Huh?
Hi, Twilla. You didn't notice me from back there. Normally the doors close way faster, but took you some time.
That building is more fortified than the actual Pentagon.
Hey, Shannon! They told me that Shannon closed the door. No more recruiting people! Woo! Oh, wow, that was a good one. We did it. We ran fast. Wow.
How are you doing? I have some questions. Why are you running? I have questions about Scientology. Why do you run like that?
I just wanted to thank you guys for watching the video so far, and I have to also say that on the last video I made, you guys turned it up. It was insane. I almost had 5,000 views on that one video. When I made the video, I thought it was gonna get like 500, maybe. That is insane of a milestone to actually reach on my end. The fact that so many people enjoyed watching that video really makes me motivated to make more. I got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, guys. Hopefully you're having a good time. And still, over 99% of people watching that video haven't even subscribed. So if you're watching this and you enjoy it, just know that in the future I'm gonna make more content like this. You can subscribe to the channel. It's free. And thank you. So by now you should have the information that this is an absolute scam. It is a little bit questionable how people do fall into these traps, but at the end of the day, it's understandable. The psychology of a person that actually joins these cults, it usually is aimed towards people that are either less educated, in a bad spot, or just down on their luck. The whole idea is to go for the lowest common denominator and try to recruit from a pool that basically is a little bit broken. They give you all of these promises of getting your life back together and just bringing you in as a part of the family. And usually at this point, people are even ready to join a new Nazi group. Oh, I'm definitely going to be put on a list after Googling this. With the special little tactics that you're seeing, and especially with a bunker more fortified than Fort Knox, you could understand that people got a little bit curious on what's going inside. Here comes the new trend on TikTok. Of course, it's on TikTok every single fucking time. People started to run inside and map out the area on TikTok Live. Don't do this.
A new TikTok challenge is driving some people to storm through buildings belonging to the Church of Scientology. It's being called the Scientology Run Challenge, and it's an attempt to get a glimpse inside some of the organization's secretive facilities before being chased away by security. It is unclear if any participants have faced any legal consequences because of it. KTLA has reached out to the Church of Scientology and is awaiting a statement.
I'm Wallahi. I'm Wallahi, I'm going in here. Where's Xenu? Xenu's not here. Damn, you got a nice haircut.
And by the way, this Xenu thing the boy was talking about is not something he whipped out just to make fun of him. This is something that they actually do believe.
It all began 75 million years ago.
Back then, there was a galactic federation of planets which was ruled by an evil alien named Xenu. Xenu, facing a galactic overpopulation crisis, captured citizens, froze them in alcohol and glycol, and then the frozen bodies were loaded into Xenu's galactic cruisers, which looked like DC-8s, except with rocket engines. What the fuck? The cruisers brought the frozen aliens into Earth, and these beings were placed around volcanoes across Earth and killed using hydrogen bombs. The aliens were no longer frozen, they were dead. The spirits of the aliens lived on, known as Titans, and all floated up to the sky, but Xenu was prepared for this. He built giant soul catchers in the sky. The captured souls were taken into a soul brainwashing facility on Earth and brainwashed in implant stations to believe in false religious concepts, including the image of Christ. Xenu then released the alien souls, which roamed the Earth aimlessly in a fog of confusion. At the dawn of man, the souls finally found bodies which they can actually grab onto. They attached themselves to all mankind, which to this day causes all of our fears, confusions, and all of our problems. Scientology teaches that these spirits cling to human beings, causing spiritual harm and psychological distress. And that's basically where they want to help you with the thingy-majiggy. After a 6-year battle, Xenu was finally captured by loyal officers, and is allegedly kept imprisoned in a wire cage inside of a mountain on Earth. This sounds like a bad porno.
But I don't know any of this stuff.
Neither did Elron when he started. He said he just closed his eyes and wrote down whatever came to mind. You can do the same. Just let it flow.
Okay, I'll try.
You could see how a giant soul catcher in the sky could be a problem for a Titan. Xenu was a hell of an alien.
L. Ron Hubbard wrote this. He said, explosion. Invent a perceiving self to stop a blind self. Explosion. Stop a fair self to invent a prejudiced self. Explosion. Invent a clean self to stop a dirty self. Explosion. Stop a arriving self to invent a departing self. Explosion. Invent an arriving self to stop a departing self. Explosion. Stop a clean self to invent a dirty self. Explosion. Shannon, what the is Elron talking about here?
And for a second there, it almost sounds like one of those mental projection things where, yeah, it might not be the fix for your life, but sometimes that little mental gymnastic is going to be enough to push you through a very bad situation. For example, at the start when he said, explosion, invent a perceiving self to stop your blind self, it sounds like one of those gurus, just have a better mentality or something like that. But at the end he says, stop a clean self to invent a dirty self. Why would you ever want to do? Just take a shower. So Shannon, at some point you do have to tell us, what the hell is he talking about? We did talk about the people trying to lure you inside of these Scientology buildings, and well, there the idea is to try to just get you in, and then they're gonna do their magic on you. But at the same time, we do have another tactic that they like to use. They actually have a full TikTok where they paddle this every day to their audience, and the idea is a very simplistic honeypot scheme. They have very gorgeous looking people talking very formally to this wide audience that, hey, we don't judge, just jump in.
Hey.
Yo.
Is Scientology a cult?
A cult? No, it's not. Scientology is a fully bona fide religion, okay? It's actually, this word cult is actually one of the oldest ones in the book, usually used by people that don't actually know the definition of it. In fact, in my comments, not one person in response to me has given me the dictionary definition. And factually, religious scholars have actually seen that the use of the word cult has actually lost its true original meaning, which meant a closed group with limited membership and mysterious beliefs. Scientology is factually a codified religion available to anyone. Most religions are that. So when people throw around the word cult, they really don't know what they're saying.
And the whole strategy here is very, very obvious. It's like a Russian X account that battles horseshit throughout the day on X. The idea isn't to convince you that they're doing the right thing or whatever the thing is that they're paddling at that moment. The point is to go for the lowest common denominator. There are people who have questions about, oh, what could the world be? And I am spiritual and let's give this a try. And then they find Scientology, and especially if they find this account, they are going to have questions. They're going to ask why people are asking this. Why are people a little bit against this religion? What are the downfall? Because these people sound nice. They look cool. To be honest, the person is very handsome. That works. It kind of lures you in like a hypnotist. And the problem is, the second you leave a comment on that comment section, you can be sure their DMs are going to be filled with requests from this Scientology account.
What's a Scientology auditing room? Let me show you. Auditing is our form of spiritual counseling. An auditor is described as one who listens. That's simply it. As the auditor, I would sit over here on the business side of the e-meter. Here are the cans. And from this perspective, I'm the person who's ready for session. So that's an auditing room. Auditor sits there, pre-clear sits there. Pre-clear, also PC for short, is a person who's going for the state of clear, per Dianetics. That's simply it.
That's simply it, huh? The issue is that they record these sessions, and that's something that he kind of forgot to mention there, which is a big effing deal. You do talk about your past bad feelings or trauma or whatever they're auditing at that point, and the whole idea is to try to make you feel better and kind of cleanse you is what they tell you. I'm not entirely sure what the whole circumstance here is, because there are many beliefs on what actually happens inside that room, but one very alarming thing is that they record that session. And when you are venting to them and telling about your past trauma or whatever the bad things you're feeling, you might tell them stuff that you don't actually want to be public. And when they record that, there has been rumors, please don't sue me, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that they have used this information to blackmail people, especially people trying to leave the religion. You see the issue here. That would be the same thing as you going for a confession and the priest just decided to record the whole interaction for safekeeping. That's very unethical.
I'm going to take you inside the Church of Scientology Chicago and teach you a little bit about Scientology. We're in the Public Information Center now, and I'm going to show you something that you can do when you walk in. So we have a whole public information center where you can actually watch videos.
What is it with these videos all the time?
About what Scientology actually is. And I'm going to teach you guys something about the 8 dynamics. In Scientology, we have something called the 8 dynamics. They're the dynamics of existence. A dynamic is basically a thrust towards survival or life, right? So it says life is subdivided into 8 dynamics, meaning urge, drive, or impulse. Each one can be inspected, understood, and harmonized with all others to increase survival.
I've never heard so much gibberish that doesn't mean anything. This sounds like a self-help guru that is trying to brainwash you to buy the latest course. I've never heard so much bullshit in one sentence that I don't understand. And I'm definitely not gonna read about it. I'm coming to a point where this video is enough as it is, because this is just ballooning into a 40-minute video. The more I search on the internet, when I look for Scientology, the more bullshit just comes up. And this is starting to be a little bit ridiculous. There's so much shit L. Ron Hubbard wrote. Which it's impossible to understand it all at this point. Man, I'm spitting at this point. This is insane. It has to stop. Somebody has to scrap the internet. It's like, it feels like I need to wear a condom to search the subject. I'm making chicken at the moment, by the way. That's every time I'm making a video, I'm making chicken. This video has taken almost 2 weeks to make. It's so much bullshit.
I'm very like, whoop, I just go right in. But the thing is, okay, so this is the plan. Ready?
Alrighty.
I'm going to show you the movie. When you guys get out, you need to call me. Okay. Like, what exactly are you like trying to find? Are you trying to find something wrong with it? Or
No, a reason to cling into it. Rather, this Scientology is not the only church we've walked into.
I want to figure you out. You're kind of like an interesting guy to me. Because you're coming in here and you're like, I'm not going to get it.
I'm blushing. I'm blushing.
Because I'm calling you out, that's why.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, like...
It's about finding ins and outs, so you better chill
out.
out.
I'm a very blunt person, as you can probably tell. I'm a very, like, whoop, I just go right in. But the thing is like, and I make you laugh. I just go right in. And I usually normally leave at 6.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I literally just spent all this time with you guys, because, like, I care about, like, helping people. Like, that's why we're here.
And at the end, you can basically see her just pimp herself for the cult. And at this point, you can basically see her pimp herself for the cult just to get those members in. No matter what, you flirt, you sell yourself, it doesn't matter. As long as somebody signs that contract for $1 billion fucking years. Oh boy. So, I think that's enough for this topic. The problem with this topic is, like I said before, the more I search, the more it just gives you those tree branches and the crazier the subject gets. If you felt like you want to know more about the subject and you want to dive into what Scientology is and what are the dark spots and stuff like that, it's kind of crazy. I was making this video for about 2 weeks now. It's been a long time that I've been just creating this on and off, but Ken Laporte, hopefully I pronounced that somehow correctly, he actually made a Scientology video 3 days ago, and it basically dives into the technical aspects and more of the what the cult is and what kind of stuff they have been doing behind the curtains. So if you want to check that video out, just go and check it. I'm gonna link it down below. He's actually a cool dude. He makes a lot of breakdowns about a lot of stuff. So yeah, go over there and hopefully you find it in your soul to like this video as well and maybe subscribe, because I'm definitely gonna get sued. And if you want to watch some boobly-bobbly content, click the video link right here. It's about a dude who makes very low effort content. And by the way, for the people at the side of Scientology, this is me stating that I do believe that you're a real religion. Please don't sue me. I have no problems against you. I don't have money. Please don't sue me. This is just satire. This video is a joke. Please don't sue me.